Good evening, guys. Welcome back to episode 3 of Fit at 30. I'm going to try and make this a raw video, keep it quite short, and not sort of do any editing to it, because I wanted to be coming to you this week with a more positive video, to be saying that I've made a dent in my starting weight and that I was going in the right direction. But to be completely honest with you, I weighed myself this morning and I've gained again. I'm disappointed in myself. I am. I tend to have a good week, like I did last week, and then get complacent and go back to old habits, stop making an effort, and end up back here. So yeah, not a great week. The weeks always start off well. I started off the week, so last Tuesday morning I got up and I went for a run, and you know, I was being good with what I was eating, but then it's just kind of gone downhill from then. I've had fish and chips for dinner on Friday evening. I've had ice cream. I've had sweets. I've just been eating too much of things, and I've really only got myself to blame. I wanted this series to be sort of motivational, and sort of people to join in with me so that we could do it together, and I feel like, you know, there's a couple of people that have joined in, they're doing really well and that's fantastic, and I'm really, really pleased for them, but I just feel like I'm a bit of a fraud. I need to lose this weight because I don't feel happy how I am at the moment. It's not all about weight loss, and if you want to join in with Fit at 30, even though I'm not doing too great, it doesn't have to be about weight loss and you don't have to be about to turn 30. It's more about joining together and supporting each other on a fitness journey to make ourselves feel fitter and healthier and happier. And just one of the factors for me is that I don't feel happy at the weight I am at the moment. One of the things that really opened my eyes this week was I found a photo on my phone on Saturday from this time last year. So it's like, if any of you have got Google Photos, it does a bit like they do on Facebook with the memories, and it just said this time last year, and it popped up, and it was a picture of the number on the scales when I was weighing myself, and I was only just under 4 pounds away from my pre-baby weight. Sorry. Yeah, fast forward a year later, I'm a stone heavier. I can't even say that it's baby weight now, it's not, it's just weight. I don't know how I've got here. The thing is, I know what I should and shouldn't be doing. I know what are good habits and what are bad habits. I know what helps my anxiety and what doesn't. And I'm just doing all the wrong things. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm scared that I wouldn't, even if I put in all the work, I still wouldn't get to where I want to be. I don't know. I just make up too many excuses, and I think that's the problem. Yeah. And I've got to stop making excuses, because at the end of the day, I want to be here for many, many years to come. I know I'm not even 30 yet, but it does all have a knock-on effect. I want to, you know, see Jack grow up and go on to do amazing things. So I need to start looking after myself. And I think one of the, you know, the biggest things for me is to get enough sleep. So to make sure that I go to bed at a decent time, rather than staying up late to watch an extra programme or what have you. Because that really does have a knock-on effect for me, because if I'm tired, I get stressed easier and I want to eat more of the wrong things, and I end up picking at sweets and things like that for the sugar boost to sort of keep me going throughout the day. So I think that for this week I've got to put a plan in place that involves going to bed earlier, and planning the night before. Sorry, I've got a list here because I wanted to remember everything. Yeah, prepping the night before, because I'm starting to realise that as much as, you know, in the evening the last thing I want to do is be running around packing things up for the next day and prepping snacks and meals and lunches and ironing clothes, it sets me up better for the next day, and I'm more likely to then be successful the next day. And then if I've had a successful day the next day, that evening then feels much easier. As where at the moment I just feel like I'm chasing my tail the whole time, and it's because I'm not doing things like prepping the night before. So I'm going to try and start doing that. I'm going to try and get some sort of evening routine in place, and I might even make a video on it to show you guys what I actually do put in place. So that's one thing I'm going to do. Another thing that you may have seen that I mentioned on stories last week is that I've now set up a Couch to 5k group with some of the local mums, and we're actually starting that tonight. We're using one of the Couch to 5k free apps on the phone. We're just going to meet down at the local green in the village, and we're going to go through that together. I think there's going to be quite a mixture of sort of fitness levels and things, but what I've said is, you know, we will run at the slowest person's pace. Anyone that is ahead will loop back, just so that we've got people to motivate us, because I think there's a lot of people in the same sort of situation as me. So I think that'll be good, and I've arranged that for Monday, Wednesday and Friday evenings. I'm not going to commit to going to every single one every single week because it's not always practical. Like for example, next Friday is the day before Jack's birthday, so we're going to be wanting to, you know, put his presents together and get things wrapped up and make sure everything's ready for that. But I'm going to try and commit to going at least twice a week. That's one thing I want to do. The other thing is, after this I'm going to go and order the food shopping. I've done Slimming Well before. I know that if you stick to it, it does work. And I do know, like, most of the time what my limits are within the Slimming World sort of point system, sin system. So I'm going to try and do it without paying to go to group or paying for online to start with, because we could do with saving some of that money really, because we have got Jack starting nursery soon, so that's an extra expense. But I'm going to go and do a food shop that is Slimming World friendly, and really try my hardest to stick to it. And I just need to, like, if I feel like picking at the wrong things this week, remind myself of that photo that I saw on my phone, because that really did get to me. Yeah, sorry. So this has been quite a down video this week, I'm afraid. Not very motivational or inspirational or encouraging, but it's honest and it's real, and I hope that you can see that, you know, it has affected me. Yeah, and I want to try harder for next week. I think I'm going to try and do more of a vlog style for next week, so there'll be less of me sort of sat down chatting to the camera like this, because hopefully if I then sort of, you know, film bits throughout the week, that'll help keep me accountable as well, because I'll think, well, no, I'm going to, you know, I want to have some footage to show to you guys of me going out for a run, or just doing something that involves a bit more exercise and eating the right things and prepping nice meals and getting ready the night before and things like that. So I'm going to give that a go this week. Next week I'm determined to come to you with a more positive video, not just for me because obviously I want to see that number going down on the scales, but also for you guys, because I feel like I owe it to you. You know, I keep saying join in with me, join this Fit at 30, and let's do this together, and I'm not keeping up my end of the bargain. So I'm going to try my hardest this week. I'm going to put in 100%, and I will come back to you next week with hopefully a much more positive video. If you do want to see more videos from me, I don't just do the Fit at 30, I also post on Thursdays, which is a different type of video every week. Then please click the subscribe button, but you can also come over and follow me on Instagram, where I'm pretty active over there, and it's at It's the Mum Life Crisis. I hope to see some of you then, and if not, I'll see you next week. Bye.